My name is Jim, and now I see.
December 2010, I had a stomach pain which made me buckle over. It was really, really hard. It was almost like, a barbecue on your belly. So I ended up going into emergency at Washington Hospital. They did an MRI and CT scan. They couldn't find anything. So the next day they had told me that I had to do an exploratory surgery. So they had opened me up and found out that I had gangrene in my intestines. So they had to do emergency operations and cut out a large portion of my intestines and part of my colon. We have 22 feet of small intestines. I had 17 feet removed. As far as knowing what happened, what made it this way, they don't know. They have no idea. The doctors had told me that there are just some things that are unexplainable. I had constant streams of people, that would come through. It never tapered off. There was just always people here to love on me. The very first time I was in the hospital, they said, that the ICU was full. The hallway was full. I said, that's my church. That's my church. As I was going through the process of all these operations and everything, the church had came in, and I can't mention all the people. They came in and repainted the whole inside of my house. They put me in a new stove. They took care of a dishwasher for me and just lined everything up. They wanted to make sure that when I got out of the hospital, that there was nothing that I would have to do, that they said it will be done. They were able to take care of my kids, comfort my wife, and take care of my home. It was such a blessing to be able to share, saying, this is my church in action. They don't just talk about doing things. They walk the walk. They end up taking care of business. Somebody's down, we get them up. I was going for my last operation, and I was scared because the operation was too soon. I hadn't healed up enough. The doctors had told me that this was going to be very, very touchy, that there's a possibility of not making it. And the first thing that flashes is your children, your wife, what's going to happen. The doctors even said that they haven't done that type of surgery. They weren't geared up for it. So Doris had told me, she says, sometimes we overthink things. She says, sometimes we have to put our faith in God and just let it go and let God take control. And I sat there and I thought, I said, Doris, you're right. You are so right. So the surgeon had come in because we needed to make a decision fast. And he says, I need to know your answer. And I said, my answer is do it. Do it. The prayer clock was made to me. I'm not sure who actually came up with the idea. It looked like a clock set up on a piece of cardboard, but it was really cool. It had everybody's name that it was going around the clock, and they were praying for me at the time. Man, it was so touching. And I was able to share that with all the nurses. I said, this is my church in action. I am being prayed for. And it's so good. Just to be able to know, this was going to be my last operation that was going to be done. And I told my wife and my nurse, I said, as I go down to this operation, I said, I will carry this clock with me because I want people to see what my church is doing. God gets all the glory. To God goes all the glory, but through God works the people, of the churches. I can't fathom, being able to go through this without the love and support of everybody that were there. I would have been lost. I think, our home would have been broken. The community and the church were so strong. It was just breathtaking. I love my Resonate family. Every one of them. God has brought me so close, and He has given me so much. He has given me my life. And we're not just a church, we are a family. It really drew me closer to God.